So Call of Duty ain't doing too hot at the moment. Black Ops 4 is letting players down due to lack of support transparency and focusing on DLC, not the game's flaws. There's a lot of problems with the game, and they just don't seem to be fixing them. I actually gave up on Black Ops 4 already. It doesn't look like I'm getting my $60 back. That's perfectly fine. I enjoyed a lot of the game so far, and I probably will enjoy it in the future, but just right now, it doesn't seem like that's the time. Infinity Ward is next on the chopping block, so what do they have in store for COD in 2019? For some odd reason, Treyarch is this godlike figure in players' minds, and I really don't understand why, because their last couple of games really weren't the best in my opinion. Infinity Ward on the other hand has been putting out pretty quality games the entire time. Granted, Infinite Warfare wasn't the most well-received game, but it wasn't awful, and I feel like Black Ops 3 was a lot worse with the microtransactions that they put in the game. Ghost again wasn't the best game in the series, but looking back it can hold its own against competitors like Black Ops 2 and even Modern Warfare 3. The next rumored game is Modern Warfare 4, which is kind of soft confirmed due to all the rumors and credible sources who've been saying about it. With a title like that, it has some big shoes to fill. The Modern Warfare series is legendary for its multiplayer and story. Honestly, I'm not really sure what the story will be. Modern Warfare 3 wrapped things up pretty well, and it will be interesting to see what they have planned and how much it will change the past events. Infinity Ward has made some amazing campaigns in the past, with the Modern Warfare series being an all-time classic, and Ghost is pretty decent. Infinite Warfare surprised a lot of players on how good it was overall. So no matter what they do, I feel like they're going to be doing a pretty decent job with it. That's really all I have to say on the single player of it. I'm pretty sure it's been soft confirmed again from the rumors that we got that there's going to be a campaign for it. Now the multiplayer is an interesting topic though. Infinite Warfare was almost a carbon copy of Black Ops 3. It just lacked character and it looked like they didn't really want to make the game, which was really one of the biggest downfalls of the game. People were just saying how it lacked character. I really don't feel like they wanted to make the game in the first place. So will Modern Warfare 4 be the same way? Will it just be a copy and paste to Black Ops 4? I don't think so, but I think it will have some elements that are crossing over. For example, the stim shot / self-healing that is in Black Ops 4. I think this is actually a really good addition to the game, and it actually makes gameplay a lot quicker. So I don't see why this wouldn't be added. Also, this adds the realism effect to the game that a lot of people have been complaining about for a long time. Also, the community just tends to like this feature, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's in every game now. Another thing is some of the special equipment mostly ruins Grappling Hook though. The movement of Black Ops 4 is very solid and the mobility is fun. That is one of the best things I can say about the game overall. It really is a lot of fun to move around the map with the Grappling Hook. I wouldn't really be surprised if Modern Warfare 4 has something similar to that actually. I don't think it would be taking anything away from the gameplay, I just think it would be adding a different way of mobility and it would replace your equipment slots. So instead of a stun grenade, you can equip a Grappling Hook. I don't see a problem with that. Also, seeming as some of the members from the original Infinity Ward team left for Respawn to make Titanfall and have come back now, I wouldn't really be surprised about that either, seeming as Titanfall had some great grappling mechanics, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was more similar to that than anything. The Picton system that has been pretty consistent throughout all the Call of Duties since Black Ops 2 most likely will be in this game, but personally I don't want it. I would much rather have a system from MW3 or Ghosts. The Modern Warfare series has never had any system like that, so I don't feel like it would be taking away from the game in a way if they added something like that now, and I feel like the more classic system would fit the game a lot better. Now we're on to the weapons and maps. I can see them doing classic weapons like they did in Infinite Warfare, in a separate category for players to unlock later, through prestiging. All weapons in that category would be from the Modern Warfare series though, compared to in Infinite Warfare where they were from a various amount of games, but including the Modern Warfare series. So weapons I think that would be in it would be something along the lines of the M40, the MSR, the Dragunov, the FAMAS, the G36, the M16, the MP7, the MP5, and the Bison. I don't think it was called the Bison in MW3, but that's what it is basically. In the base game, I would expect something along the lines of the Intervention, the Barrett, the M21, the R700, the UMP45, the P90, the Mini Uzi, the Vector, the AK-74U, the M14, the M4 / Honey Badger. I would actually really prefer the Honey Badger overall instead of an M4. The SCAR, the ACR, and the AK-47. The MK-46, the RPD, the AUG, the SPAS-12, the AA-12, the Striker, and the Model 1887s if that is not already a classic weapon. I really couldn't think of all the weapons in the game, so I just did most of the primaries. I would also expect something along the lines of the G18 and the Javelin in the game as well with the RPG. I think this actually might be a little bit too many weapons, and I think there's going to be a little bit more simplistic names of the weapons, seeming as if you didn't know, for games you have to buy the rights to use the names. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're different names entirely, like they were in Infinite Warfare with the Mac Tab 45 and so on. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if there was more original weapons compared to like a P90. I mostly just picked weapons that were very iconic from the Modern Warfare series, and I think would make the most sense in a game like this. I'd also imagine there would be some old maps like High Rise, Terminal, Dome, and Shipment returning, along with some sort of nuke probably. Most likely it would be how it was in MW3 or Ghost, not like how it was in Infinite Warfare with the variants. Variants in a game like today would really mess things up, and the community would be very upset about it. Maybe even an old school playlist where kill streaks could help you get the nuke like in MW2. That would probably be the most ideal scenario. I honestly think this game would be filled with new maps, but I think there would be a couple throwbacks. That's why I didn't list a lot of maps. I think there would probably be one from each Modern Warfare game. I think that would make a lot of sense. If I was going to pick between High Rise and Terminal, it would most definitely be Terminal. Terminal seems to be the most liked maps out of all of them, and they keep bringing it back, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's it. But I can see High Rise being a DLC map in the future. Overall, I think the game is going to be great, and I think it's going to be more of a mashup of the Modern Warfare series, which I would absolutely love. Like I said, I can imagine the things being a lot different than I've listed here, but I think this would make the most sense. It's pretty safe overall, and I don't think it's changing anything up drastically, kind of like how Black Ops 4 did with the Black Ops series. It added a lot of things back, but also changed things up way too much for players to even like what's going on. The Specialist was a terrible idea for the game, and I really think that's what mostly killed the game, besides for a lack of variety with maps as well. Infinity Ward has made pretty decent maps overall that aren't just copy and paste flip images kind of thing, like how Black Ops 4 is. They're not probably going to be all symmetrical, they're just going to be pretty interesting. I like Infinity Ward's map design a lot more. It's more iconic and a lot more interesting to navigate through overall. Anyway, that's just my take on what this game could be. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd like to hear it. Also, I know this is a lot different of a video compared to stuff I usually do. If you guys want to see me do more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. I have a couple ideas for games I could do this with, so let me know if you want to see any more videos like this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to follow me on all my social media down below in the description like always, and I will see you in the next one. Take it ready? Peace.